Hello, everyone, and welcome to Carols of Christmas. I know that sounds really silly because it's not Christmas season here in Vermont for sure, and I'm sure other of you are definitely not in Christmas weather. But Christmas, Carols of Christmas is the new bundle that's available as kind of a preview from the seasonal catalog that's coming out, the holiday catalog that comes out September 1st. So this is the only bunch that we get to have a little bit early. Ugh, we do not want to do that. Hold on just a sec. Let me get rid of that. No, Apple, later. Later. Phew, so sorry. It wanted to install right now. That doesn't let you see it very well. Okay, so what it is a bundle. It comes in wood mount, which I don't do any wood mount. Wood mount means you get the little wooden blocks and you put your stamps on them. But I like to have the storage ability of not having that, so I don't use the wood mounts. Sorry, I wasn't really running away. Just letting a Shih Tzu out. So they come in the red rubber and you mount them on your clear blocks. So that's what these are. Just so that you wonder, I don't know if anyone's ever wondered, when you open it up, you get these. These are little stickers that are designed to go on the back of your stamp. I don't ever do that with mine. What that does is so when you're looking down through the glass block, you know what it is. It doesn't stick very well, so you have to add adhesive if you're going to do that, to make the stamp stick to your block. So for example, you peel this off, see it? And then this back piece is adhesive and it peels off. So I'm getting like a clear decal that goes in the back of my stamp. But this side isn't as sticky as the stamp. Yeah, so I don't put them on. Susan says she takes hers off as she goes, so she knows it will stick better. Some people put repositionable adhesive on and then do it. I just turn them over and look at them. So I don't use these. I can see what the stamp is on the front, and I don't personally use these, but that's a personal preference. They're yours if you want them. And some people like to know what their stamps are and want to see what it looks like from the back. Okay, so you get your set of stamps, which include, and let me flip back here so that you can see them, has two of these really great sentiments. They're really big, they're perfect to go on the front of a card, and you can really do some pretty basic cards quick and down and dirty and get your whole stack of them done relatively easy. They look like you've done a whole lot of work with them. You can see they've got shading and dimension. They're really great stamps. So it's Peace on Earth and Deck the Halls. And we'll talk a little bit about those when we do some stamping. You also get these really cute little flourishes that can go on top. So you could put this one here could go up on the top of the Peace on Earth if you needed them. You've also got a couple other little flourishes to add. You've got holly leaves, a deer. The ornaments are really great. And then just some sparkle. Okay? So that's what the stamp set is. Then the coordinating thinlits and framelits are to die for. This card builder one, and I didn't do this, I'm going to do it with you. You want to be careful when you're peeling these off. This is how they come on the sticky thing, and you don't want to bend your die. This set is in the new catalog, yeah, Kathy, which isn't out yet, but you can order this set now. It is available now. It's the little sneak peek that they let you order in August. So it's out. I put the link in all the information on the Facebook post, but I will also have it on my blog later on. So there's a couple of things. These work in a couple of different ways. Let me show you. I did not use them on this sample card. This sample card, I used this Starry Sky, which I love, and it goes across the top. and it peeks through. Really pretty. We're going to do some other things with that in a minute, but let me show you what this can do. I get in trouble with these sticky piece of paper. These coordinate with the ornaments. So those 3 ornaments that I was talking about, the hanging ones, you have the coordinating thinlits to cut those. You also have the little deer, and these go, this is the holly, and this goes with the poinsettia. So you've got lots of little pieces to add with your die cuts. Don't forget those. I tend to forget them. Oh, just a little so you remember. The poinsettia that's on here, this poinsettia cuts it out. So if you put this on when you stamp it, you can cut those out too if you want. And then you have the leaves right here. You have the little, so you can get your whole poinsettia cut out if you wanted to. Right, so let me show you what I wanted to show you here. Oh, and the trees. The trees are so cool. That's where these came from. Okay, so let's do this card first, and then we'll do the one I didn't cut out yet. We haven't put together yet that uses this. So you've got, it's posted on Facebook, but it will also be on the blog, the simple sketch that I used to create this one. And I used, my card was the cherry cobbler base, then Whisper White, and then the garden green on top. I used the cardstock pack that goes with Be Merry, and then this is the Be Merry designer paper. Just one of the multiple options that you get with that one. So I'm going to use, this one I just did with cardstock, this one I'm going to do with the designer paper. So the first thing I'm going to do is move these over so I can bring Mr. Big Shot in. And pop him down, and I'm going to use the, I'm using the magnetic platform so it's holding it in place nice. Don't have to worry about it. This is 3 3/4 by 5. This one is 4 by 5. I want to show you that it does fit. If you make it the full 4, you can also use it on that. I'm going to do it because I double matted this. So I'm going to put it on here, and it's going to show the red through. I'm not sure how that's going to look. But you know what? We're okay. We're going to give it a try. When I did it before, maybe I'll have to put a different one in the background to make it look more realistic. Do it on the blue. And you just run it through. I wanted to show you the differences. And then, so here's what it looks like on the red. I don't know why we'd have red squats, red stars and a moon. So let me try the blue. That's kind of cool too. I don't hate that. Here's our red. And here's white, which is what I did on this one. This one I used the cherry cobbler base, then the white, and then the green on top. Okay? So let's see. Do we have any green? I like the green better than the red. Let me just cut one more piece. No, I want white. Sorry. Whoops. And remember I said that's 5 1/4 by 4. Now, a couple other things that I want you to think about when you're doing this. Hold on, I'm just making my a different card base because I don't like the one I have. We're coming. I'm going to just, you don't need to just look at my empty chair. So let me just get rid of that crazy. Come on up here, little mousey. Mr. Mousy, thank you. Much better. Okay, now you're not distracted by an empty chair. All right. Much better colors choices. I like these. So now we've got our green, our white, and our green. That looks better. And then we're going to do our peace on earth. And what I did was I used the garden green. What I love about this one is you can see how detailed that stamp is, right? So cool. And we're going to just pop this down. Alrighty. And then you'll notice that the circle, this is from the stitched layers, the one I use all the time. I use this set constantly. And we're going to pop this right in here. Now, remember I said I could have used the little flourishes if I wanted? I didn't, but I could have used any of these little additions. I've got the top border. I've got this that would look cute. I could do a poinsettia or some holly leaves. We're just going to go basic right now, but just so that you know. Could have done that too. And I line this up so the circle kind of hits both E's. See it? It's kind of at the top of this E and at the bottom of this E. And we're going to be A-okay. It's the 3-inch circle. You could use a circle punch, although we don't have a 3-inch circle punch. There's also the different layers, the ones that are circles and squares. You can use those too, but I like the stitch because it gives you this really great finished look, right? Okay. When you decide where it's going to go, how you decide is you can see that your stars are kind of leaving room for this to fit right in here nicely. Now I added a little bit of ribbon. This is actually old olive stitched, but it looked good with the green. It's a little lighter green, but I still liked it, even though I'm a matchy-matchy kind of person. I just want to show you how I want to spend more time on the trees. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pop this down. I'm not going to worry about the ribbon this time. We're going to get the white down. And then our green. Remember, these are double-sided designer papers. Okay, we're good. I'm going to use some dimensionals for the Peace on Earth part because I kind of want it to stick up a little. Okay, didn't need 2 there, but we have 2 there. Can never have too many dimensionals. And then we pop this in so it's just below the circle. Okay, now we're ready to play with our trees. So what I did with the trees is you have a set of 2 and a set of 1. Oh, a set of 2 in 1. It's not a set, there's only 1. And I did them in white and green, and I alternated them. So we're going to do them in white first. So you just pop the 2 trees in. run them on through. And then you're going to do them in green too. Notice they kind of stick in here. Kind of pop them out. You can also use your paper piercer if you're having trouble. There's itty bitty little holes here that help you get it back out. And then you're going to want to do it in green. I'm also going to want one more white, just the tree. So I've got a little bit of room here. And I'm going to layer this. So I'll show you what I did with him. You could, we're going to do some more with the trees. But anyway, for this one, just do that. All right, so there's all of our white trees. And now we need some green. And you can always do different shades of green and get some kind of interesting looks. So this is a little bit different green, because you know pine trees are not all the same color. Mr. Tree. Yeah. Okay, so now we got to put these guys together. And what I did was brought my dimensionals in, and I started with the white on the bottom. And I grabbed just two, and I didn't do it all the way up, I just did it at the bottom, and it was really okay. And you're going to put them down, but you're going to offset them just a little. So the white kind of shows through, almost shadowy. Right? And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And then you stick them on down to the card with dimensionals. Again, you can use the mini dimensionals on the top if you want, but you really don't have to. It's not going to go anywhere. Then I went up as high as I could without showing. But just think, I mean, this is just one set of them. Think what you could do if you did a whole forest. And then I took this last white one, and I took my snips, and I cut the bottom layer. I shortened the tree a little, kind of on the same angle. And then one dimensional for this one. And then this one kind of went in front of these guys. Right? Now, seriously, I could make 20 of these cards and not think that it was the end of the world. It went really pretty quickly. Now, other things that you can do with the trees. You can also just cut the trees out with this one. Let's do this and bring this one back. We may not like these colors, but you know what? We'll be okay. Trees, trees. But we're going to set them up because we're going Well, let me see what we're going to do then. So let that go through. And now, okay. If you pop this down with the trees showing through, you get a really cool look. You can then, because this is double-sided, you could pop these trees over and you can get more of a forest look this way, right? So, lots of ideas of what you can do with the trees. I want to try one more thing, but I don't want it cut out of this. I want it cut out of the white. So let me do that. We're going to do the trees again. I'm just going to do the, no, we'll do it this way. Never mind. I'm just going to do one. I'm going to do two, but I'm making, sorry, it's kind of glary with the white, but we're only doing this for a second. Okay. Now, remember a few weeks ago when we used our embossing paste? Yeah. Well, let's see what this does. And I'm going to do it on the blue. And I'm going to use this. Remember, this was this piece right here. I'm going to use this as a mask. And I'm going to use my embossing paste with this to get my stars as a mask. Put my cardboard down because I don't want to make a mess of my tile. And because I don't want this moving around, I could use washi, but I'm just going to hold it. Remember, embossing paste comes in this jar. It's white. It dries really quick. So you want to be ready. I don't have my washing things. Normally what I recommend is that you have a little tub of soapy water and you're going to stick your trowel in it right away. I'm not really prepared tonight, so I'll have to run. So you take up your paste, put it down, and you're going to just smear it into all these spaces. Right? Here we go. Cool. And you just throw this away. We're done with it. We just cut it out of scrap cardstock. What can we do with these trees? Well, we're going to bring those down. And I don't really want the whole tree done. I don't think. I don't know. This one I'm going to do the whole tree and see how I want that to look. But maybe I just want it to look like it's snow-tipped on the edges. So there's that one. I don't want to waste paste with this. But I kind of want it to look snowish. Don't you love it? So cool. The only problem is I can't lay this down now because I don't have enough room. So I'm going to have to trim. I should have done the two first. Trim you. You could use this again. Yes, absolutely, Jean. Glitter would stick. Isn't this cool, though? Yep. Because it's wet. You can also add heat embossing powder while it's wet and then do your heat embossing too. So let's say I just want to put some snow, but I don't want it all over all the trees. Let's just see how that looks if we just have it a little bit on one side. So the snow's coming from the left. No, I need them all the way across. Never mind. You're not going to see it's a whole tree if I don't have them all the way across. No, seriously, I was really kind of messy tonight. But honestly, isn't that cool? All right, let me just grab some glitter. Whoops, you're not glitter. You're powder. You're glitter. It's so cool. You could use just white glitter. You can also, you could mix it in before you put the paste down. Remember when we did this before, we mixed color? So you could just mix in your, on your little palette, which I use the clear block, you could mix your glitter I'm trying to get over to where you are. I'm sorry. Right? So cool. Okay, so that's a completely different use than what it was really designed for, but don't think that you can't use your Thinlits and your dyes to make masks for your embossing paste. Okay? Right. You're going to make your own stencils. And it can be whatever you want it to be. All right? All right, well, I'm glad you came tonight. And I know it's really hot and you're not thinking Christmas at all, but this one is a cool set. It really, really is. And oh, wait, we can't go yet. We're not done. Everybody hold on. I forgot. We have to do this. This is the other super cool. All right, let me clean up my mess just a whisker here. Let me just get a few things out of the way. I need to wipe off my spatula. The problem you'll have if you don't wipe off the embossing paste right away, it'll harden and then it's really hard to get it off. But it's super easy now. It's fine. It's not on there at all. Okay? All right. So next, I'm making a huge mess tonight. Glitter. All right. Come on in. So this fits right on the top of your layer, right? And you're going to run it on through. I know, aren't I? Susan said I'm getting better with messy. I know, I'm not breaking out hives. I'm doing okay. Okay, so that's cool, right? Now I have this super delicate, these pop right out. Okay. But wait, I'm not done. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do it on the bottom. And now Oh my gosh. Wait till you see this. Oh my way, I can show you. Look how cool this is. Really does fine. You just have to be patient, and I'm not. I want you to see it. Get your little jujikis on. You could use the precision plate. I am not a fan of the precision plate. I've used it a couple of times. It really beats up my dies. I would rather just be a little bit fussy and work to get this out. Oh, the other side cut fine. You know what I probably did? I don't know. All right, so because I don't like fussing, I want you to get this smooth and simple. This is the first time I used it. Let's try it again. Only this time, let's run it through twice and see if that makes it better. Where we sit here and fuss and fuss. So I don't want you to have to do that. So, mister, come on over here, and let's try you again. I do have a really beat up plate. We're okay. You come on, let's see if this works better this way. And if not, I'll do the precision plate, but I really don't want to. Okay, we're gonna go through one. And we're gonna come back. See if that works a little bit better. Yes and no, it did. All right, so now let's try the other plate. I mean, I'm all about experimenting with you guys. So let's see. We have the Big Shot platform. We have the plate, and it wants it to go this way. And then we want this to go this way. And if you'll notice, see these two little holes right here? If you line up this piece right with it, they will connect. That part worked good. Nope. I forgot you. I missed the magnet part of it though. Thank you. Oh. All right, I'm not going to use the precision one. I don't like it. I like mine. Disregard that. I'm going back to my own plan. I tried, but I don't like it. I like you. I'd rather just run it through a couple times than deal with that because it feels like it's going to break my machine. We don't want to do that. So I'm going to run this through a couple of times and see how we do. Much better. So that worked way better than any precision anything. I just ran it through twice. So that's my vote. You run it through twice. We tried a bunch of things, but I like that better. But anyway, look how cool this looks. This one's been mangled. But isn't that incredible? I really love how it looks. And what if you did this and then did your trees too? So now you do this first and then your embossing paste. Really cool, right? So just give it a little bit of oomph when you put it through. It's this top one that seems to be a little more temperamental. The sides work great. And I think it's because it's really not going through all that. There's not that much on it. It's just going really quickly over it, so it needs to really get them. If you're having trouble with it, you could turn it and go the other way. But I think running through twice worked. And I'm using cardstock. I'm not using pattern paper. Pattern paper would definitely work a little bit easier. All right, let me try one more time and see if I can do it without looking like a complete ninny. Because we don't want to do that. We want to look like we know what we're doing, right? If I were editing this, I would take that part out, but I never do. I leave all the crazy parts in so that you can see how it really looks. Everything is not perfect when I do it. But that's okay. We figure it out together. But I want you to see what really happens. I don't want you to only see the perfect stuff. Here's some blue. It would come right now. It like a regular order, Kathy. It's ready to go. All right, so there's that. So now my verdict is we're going to do this twice. We're going to run it through twice. So let's see what happens. Here goes one. All the way through, and then come on back. So it's right there. It's not getting a lot of pressure. I'm going to go one more time and back. Okay, so let's see what happens. Here's the true test. Yep, they pop right out now. Okay, so that's the deal. Put them through twice. And then line you up. Make sure if they get stuck like that, make sure you get them out or you won't get a good cut the second time around. That's why they have these little holes that just pop them out. You can use the brush. This one I find it's just as easy to poke them because it's just one or two things. And then you're going to line this up. And those two little dots, see them, are the two dots right here. So I line those up. So I'm on my dots. And I'm going to run it twice. You get your arms going. You get your workout of good, tight upper arms. You can wear sleeveless dresses. And back. Sounds horrible, I'm sorry. You guys are listening to crazy noises. And we go back. Okay. And then we are successful. So here we go. Right, these pop right out. Easy peasy if you run them through twice. And then these guys just poke out in the star. Think how pretty this would be on top of the glitter or the foil. I mean, if you like glitzy, put this on the foil and cut your trees out of foil. Or put this on foil and cut your trees out of glitter. Super pretty. And this isn't necessarily Christmas. You could use this border in lots of different options. Because there's no holiday anything. There's stars. Could be 4th of July, could be birthdays, could be anything. Could be an invitation. White on white would look really cool. Okay. Okay, now I can really go. I just had to make sure you saw that one. Took me a little bit longer. All right. Everybody have a great night. If you are looking to order this one, the host code is on my page as well. I'll make sure it's on the blog, but it's in the Facebook post that I put up for you. In all my Facebook groups, it's there. And any questions, just drop me a note. See y'all soon.